Hello.
Hi. Biscuit ate a toy. He's watching that.
Oh, what happened?
Hello, hello.
Oh, hello.
He's a dog.
Hello.
Biscuit.
I love Biscuit.
My dog so much.
He's super sweet, but he just ate a toy.
Ugh.
Got all over my bed. I think. Everybody doing?
It's going, that's for sure.
My hair is a little crazy going here. It's fine, nobody cares. I wonder if I can. Okay, and then I will share my screen. Let me see. I want this one. Okay. Whoops, that's the wrong share button. Okay, can everybody see?
Yeah.
All right. So this is, I guess, technically our second meeting, but our first real meeting of the semester as a whole club. The one last week was just for kind of new members to be introduced to our club. So to start, I wanted to kind of give an update for what this semester is going to look like. We're still not allowed to have in-person volunteer opportunities. So like we can't set up any volunteer opportunities like we normally would without COVID. You can find your own in-person volunteer opportunities kind of like at your own free will and you know volunteer at your own risk. You just can't do it like through the Hunger and Homelessness Club, I guess, if that makes sense. But anytime you volunteer anything, make sure you log it on like your link, and you can still claim it under Hunger and Homelessness if it's anything related to our club. We just can't provide like those opportunities, like set it up for you, I guess. We are allowed to have on-campus events this semester, just like with restricted capacities. So we're thinking maybe doing like a social event or a service activity. And I think we'll probably keep meetings online, but I'm open if that has a lot of interest, we could change to going in person. We just would kind of have like, I guess, a sign up for that, and we'd have to find a room that would be able to fit however many people sign up. So the social events would be something like it entails like a social gathering or going on a walk, or I don't know, something like that. And then a service activity would be like coloring brown paper bags for kids' food basket or making bracelets together or something like that. And we could kind of count like service activities and social events as the same. So we don't have any dates picked out for that, but we will send you an email probably in 2 weeks with that date and time and a sign up link for that if anybody is interested. And we'll probably have 1 or 2 throughout the semester. And we also will probably have 1 or 2 fundraisers. We have some ideas that we're working together, like a candle fundraiser or something like that. And then also we can get a table at Kirchhoff now. So that might be something we might try to do, and we would probably look for volunteers from our members of our club to, you know, volunteer to be at the table for an hour or something like that. And that would probably entail like selling something, like selling stickers or selling succulents or a bake sale or something like that. That way we need a little bit of help like running and coordinating, I guess. But we also don't have any time or date picked out for that, but when we do, we will let you know, and we'll reach out and have like a Google form to sign up if you'd be interested in volunteering. And of course, that would get you some service hours. So moving forward, we also will have e-board elections this semester. We have 2 people leaving, and so then there's 2 for sure positions open that will need to be filled. So I will send out a Google form to everybody in the club on February 2nd, and it'll just be a short form kind of saying like, you know, why do you want to be on the e-board? What position are you looking for? What's your availability? That kind of thing. So if you're interested in applying to have a position on the e-board, it'll be sent out on the February 22nd. It's a Monday, and then it'll be closed March 12th, which is a Friday. So you just have to fill out the form to apply, and then we'll look through them and we'll reach out to you for like an interview. It'll just be a super like informal, casual interview, kind of just having a discussion one-on-one and kind of seeing what ideas you have and just talking to you because we don't get to do that very often. So I'm not sure yet if we'll do in person or in Zoom, over Zoom. We'll kind of see the turnout that we get and then go from there. So if you're interested, and if you're interested in just kind of like the positions and what their requirements are or anything, I'll put a little description in that Google form, and you can always email us as well if you have any questions about that or anything like that at all. So here are some ways that you can help. We just wanted to point out a couple that we thought were interesting. Each e-board member picked out a couple of the new opportunities that we have for you. So, in this moment in time, I'm gonna hand it to Kari and maybe Gray if she wants to talk about volunteering as a K-12 tutor.
Heyo. So yeah, this is, and if you were here, then you overheard Gray and I talking about it. K-12 tutoring is all virtual. So you go in, you fill out a form, and what you'll do is you'll create like a little, I guess, a kind of like profile for yourself. And then you say what age groups you're willing to tutor, what subjects you're willing to tutor. And they do ask that you commit 2 hours a week, but I found that it was really easy because you can say, well, this week I'm free on Friday and Monday. Next week I'm free on just Thursday, so I'll put a 2-hour block there, kind of thing. So you can really make your schedule. It's really flexible. The kids I tutor are just precious. I love them. So yeah, 20 out of 10 would recommend it. Click this link. You will get this PowerPoint at some point. Take a look at it. I like it a lot. I cannot recommend it enough. It's a really good way to get some hours. Like I've been doing recurring sessions. So I have 2 sessions, each for 2 hours every week. And I just did my second one today, actually. So I've been liking it. Gray, do you want to?
Yeah, I have been doing it since like October, I think. I really like it. And there's definitely like a high need for it, especially with like kids being online and not like getting that like one-on-one time experience. And so it's like really helpful for them too. And yeah, like a lot of the kids that I tutor, they're so great and they're so funny, and it's definitely entertaining at times too. So I highly recommend it as well.
What's your guys' age range? Like, is it kindergarten through 12th grade that you tutor?
Yeah, I go up to 8th grade just because, like, before I had done this, I never tutored before, so I was kind of scared. So I was like, I'll just go up to 8th grade. But yeah, it's actually like it wasn't like bad at all. Like you catch on to it pretty quickly. So if you've never tutored, like don't worry about it. Like they're not gonna like grill you and be like, "Oh, you're a terrible tutor." So
No.
don't worry about that.
I both my well, 2 of the people I tutor, they're for math. So math is the thing. And one is in 7th grade and one is in 8th grade. And I did okay in middle school math, but I can tell you I did not remember a single thing when they came to me for help, and now I'm still able to help them. So like even if you don't remember some of this stuff, you can still help out and
Yeah, I
yeah.
definitely had to Google some things like how to divide fractions or divide fractions, so like divide decimals. So like,
Yes.
oh, I haven't done that since 8th grade. Like, I don't know.
Also nostalgic. I was like, whew.
Yeah.
And that link will also be, we'll send out the volunteering document like we sent out last semester. So it's just a document with all of our virtual volunteering opportunities, and that link will also be there. And we'll send you this PowerPoint as well. But just so you have it in 2 places. Well, thank you so much, Gray and Kari.
Yeah, for sure.
Next, I'm going to hand it over to Max.
Yeah, so I have Zooniverse for you. It's a very interesting system. It's a little different from what we normally do. It's not quite as community centered as other things, but the good thing about Zooniverse is it's super commitment free. So if you're busy with classes, if you're busy with other jobs and things like that, Zooniverse is something where you can spend as much or as little time on it as you want and still make some sort of difference. Um, So Zooniverse is basically a way for people to help with research. Scientists research things. There's a whole lot of things that they have on their site. Basically, what you're going to do is you go to the website, you're going to pick whatever topic interests you. You can look at space, you can look at animals, you can look at types of writing, and it'll give you a short introduction on how to do your job. It'll say, pick out a galaxy that looks like this, or try to find this type of animal in this picture. And what it does is it helps scientists sift through large amounts of data that computers can't do. And you help them solve problems that they can't solve on their own. So they have millions of volunteers nationwide. And it's just something very small that you can do in an afternoon, or even in, an extra 30 minutes. If you want to make a small difference, you can go there and learn how to do a task and help out.
Which I will add the link to this PowerPoint because it's not there, but it's on the volunteer document, that link to go there to their website, or you can just Google it. And for them, like 1 hour of helping volunteering is 1 hour service hours. And same for the K-12 tutor, 1 hour tutoring is 1 hour service hours. And next I'll hand it over to Josie.
Hello. So mine is it is an in-person volunteer opportunity that is not technically supposed to, like, you can't really do it through the club, but you can do it on your own. There is also information on the Google document that's going to come out soon on how to donate virtually if you want to sponsor a cat, or you can buy them cat food or cat treats. But basically, Crash's Landing, it's a non-for-profit cat shelter, exclusively cats, that deals with sick cats, elderly cats, all sorts of strays. They've been really busy this winter season. They have an Instagram that you can always see updates for the cats, and it's really cute. They have hours, but every day there's from 8 a.m. till 11. You're not there the whole time, but they have them in the morning and the afternoon for about 2 or 3 hours. You don't have to go every day. You don't have to go every week. I personally go every other week in the afternoons on Fridays. You can go every week you want, say Monday morning. If that works best for your schedule, you can go just basically whenever. I posted the link to the website, as well as you have to sign up to volunteer. I think there's an application you have to fill out, but the address is in downtown Grand Rapids. It's about a 25-minute drive. They are opening a new location though, closer to campus soon. But honestly, it's so worth it. I adopted my cat from there, and he's the sweetest little guy. And just all the cats they have, it's so sad, honestly. Some of them are they're really old, or they have issues. Some of them are never gonna get adopted because they're sick and they're permanent residents. But they're all so sweet, and I love everyone that works there. So if you like cats and you wanna help out, they would love more volunteers. So yeah.
All right, thank you. So next I have just a couple more. You can donate blood. That's a great way to help out our community right now. Grand Valley's having a blood drive on February 26th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's in a van, which there was a blood drive today, to my understanding. And it's by the bookstore, and you can click on the link here, and it's also going to be on the document that we'll send out to sign up to donate blood. Or Red Cross has blood drives all around pretty much weekly. You can find one within a 10-20 minute drive pretty much any week. So that's a great thing if you're able to. And if you do that and let us know, send us an email saying, hey, I just donated blood, we'll give you 2 hours of service hours for that. Kari, do you want to talk about making care packages?
For sure. So I found just a cute little site that gives you suggestions on what exactly is best suited for the homeless population when you're making little care packages for them. It talks mostly about gloves and quality socks and things like that, but it really is a nice little article that goes into a little more detail. So if you make a care package, let us know and we can probably give you some service hours for it. But especially with the cold that's going on right now, it would be really helpful for a lot of the homeless population to get a little package with, some gloves or maybe some food, just something.
Thank you. And then we also wanted to point out too, you could send thank you cards to our healthcare workers because they've, done so much and gone through so much this past year, and the end's in sight hopefully, but they still have a long road ahead. And I know I really appreciate getting mail, and I'm sure they would too, just sending a note of appreciation or a note of encouragement. So there's a link here, and then also on the document we'll send out, there's a couple different ways you can do that. Spectrum Health has just like a website where you can go and you literally just like type a thank you note. Or you can do it kind of more personalized, and you can like actually write out a letter and then send it to select different locations. So there's links there that tell you exactly where to send it and how to send it, and how many service hours you can get for that. So like I've been saying all the time about the virtual opportunities document, I'll send it out tomorrow with our recap email with this link as well in the PowerPoint, but I'm just going to click here to show you it really quick. So it looks like this. It looks like the one that we had last year or last semester, I mean, because it's the same one. We just updated it. So you guys can take some time to look through it. This important to note thing here is just that if you want service hours through our club, make sure you let us know what you did. Even if it's just like sending us a picture, sending us an email, anything like that, just let us know kind of what you did. So Kristen here found the Other Ways Ministry and Dwelling Place of Grand Rapids. They're both specific to our club more, which is really nice. Here's like healthcare worker thank you cards. I have 2 different links there. This one, you can write letters for senior citizens. It's through the Trio STEM website, I guess is where I got that from. So it tells you exactly like how to properly write a letter to them, just like what not to say and what to say basically. And then they have addresses here that you can send. You can make a care package, school supplies. This was just one school that I saw in particular that had an Amazon wish list. So every $5 you spend on something will give you a half-hour service hours. So there's like the website that I found it from, and then the Amazon wish list. And there they have like a general wish list, and then each teacher from the school kind of has a wish list of things that they need. Just like notebooks and things like that. So that's a really nice way to be able to help out. This crisis line volunteer, that takes a little bit more time and dedication, but it's very real to what we're going through right now and is a very impactful volunteering opportunity. Student is what Max talked about. Compassionate crafters, you can make, if you're a crafty person, you can make like the fleece tie blankets or journals, or put together like a little craft kit, and it's through Wedgwood Christian Services. They're accepting donations and things like that. You can email us if you like made a blanket, and we'll tell you like how much service hours you can get for it. Children's Advocacy of Kent County, they're accepting bravery bracelets right now. So just like very basic homemade friendship bracelets, kind of, they're calling bravery bracelets. So the link's there. So fleece hats, there's instructions right here on how to do it. It's pretty simple. The Trio STEM Health Science volunteer page, they have some more opportunities. Here's the website I told you about for donating blood on Grand Valley's campus, and Red Cross, his website. If you do this like yard work or something like that, something that brings kindness or shows kindness during this hard time, you can let us know. We'll give you some service hours for that. And then these are all the volunteer opportunities, that we had from last semester, and you're still welcome to do any of the following as well. Everything still applies, the service hours and things still apply. So, feel free to do any of those that you're interested in. And we don't have any in person currently, but hopefully next year we'll be able to add to it and put some in-person volunteering opportunities on there. So I'll send that out tomorrow. You'll have access to it. And then as always, if you have any questions at all about any of the opportunities that we have found for you, just send us an email. If you have any questions about getting service hours from something, send us an email, we'll get back to you. Because I know things are a little different, but we still can do our part in making a difference in our community. And I know a lot of it isn't exactly towards the hungry and homeless population, but it's still our community that we're trying to help take care of. So check that out. Everything should have like a little description. So if you're interested in anything and on your own time, it might be a good study break just to look through it and put a check mark next to some things that you're interested in. So this, I'm going to hand over to Kari. That's okay.
It is totally okay. Okay, so this was a link that my roommate found. She's a nursing student and they're currently doing a poverty unit of sorts to better understand the community. I don't quite know. But anyway, she found this link that I thought I would share with you guys. A very, 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 very brief synopsis. This is a map stating some facts about poverty in Michigan specifically. This is a link that goes into much more detail than I will go into, but it discusses specifically poverty as well as something called ALICE, which is not something that I knew about. Maybe that's something most people know about, but it stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, and Employed. So it also tracks the statistics on that. And I kind of had a hard time navigating it, to be honest. This is the picture. That is the main photo if you were to click on the link. So hopefully you guys have an easier time with it than I did. But yeah, I think it's really helpful to be able to see that kind of stuff. It also tells you which counties have the highest rates of both ALICE and specifically poverty. So it's definitely worth a look to kind of put things into perspective.
On the link. So everybody that looks like.
It's not super long though, so that's good.
No, I read some of the article too, and it's not that long. I think this is Kent County here. Michigan. I have my little.
Did that too.
Well, maybe their map's not interactive. But regardless of the map's interactive or not, it gives some really good information, and it talks about how COVID has affected our state so much more. Like we already had, a homeless population, obviously that was higher than we would desire. But they talked about kind of how much COVID has worsened it, I guess. So that's something to check out. And that's pretty much all we have for you guys to this meeting. Next meeting, we'll kind of talk about something relevant to hunger and homelessness a little bit more in depth and have kind of that conversation. But this meeting, we kind of just wanted to keep it pretty brief, but let you know of the volunteer opportunities that we have for you. Just give you a rundown of what the semester is going to look like. Our next meeting will be on March 17th and at 9 p.m. over Zoom again. In 2 weeks from now, I'll send you kind of like a virtual meeting update, and then we'll send out like Google Forms for signups for service activity that we have planned and the fundraiser ideas that we have, and if people would be willing to help out with that. So be on the lookout for that. We're kind of keeping it low key this semester. Things are still crazy and busy, and we're just trying to do our part in what we can this semester. But hopefully next semester we'll be able to go back to having our in-person volunteering opportunities like our club really it was meant for, I guess. So definitely check out the document that I'll send out. If people want me to send it out tonight, I can. Just let me know in the comment box, and I'll send it out tonight. So you could look through it if you wanted. And for sure, send us pictures of things that you do, just so we know that we're helping our community any way that we can. And if you have any questions or anything, you can let us know. Make sure you follow our Instagram.
Thank you. I was going to say it if you weren't.
So yeah, I think that's all I got. If anybody has any questions or anything at all, we'll stay on for a little bit longer and more than willing to answer any questions or concerns or anything like that. But thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate your time, and we hope to see you at our next meeting.
It should just be at Hunger and Homelessness. And I will be following you back if you follow us. Of course. There we go.